need to make a video. This is my chair. You gonna go? Why don't you go in bed? Why don't you come over here? Doesn't this look way more interesting? Do you need me to sit on you? Okay, that's what we're doing. Yep, there you go. Trigger Squad, T. Antonio, owner and creator of Trigger Devils. How are you guys doing today? I have a fun, cool, exciting, I guess good video. Just generally good vibes all around today. Today I want to talk about accomplishments, and the reason why this is coming up is because of this tweet, which you guys may have seen or may not have seen because I retweeted it and it didn't get that much attention, but I'm not hurt or anything. But it's cool, and I wanted to bring it to your attention anyway, just because I don't know, it's just a cool thing, and I feel like, you know, having Drifter mention Trigger Devils is something that I feel like we would have been really excited about and are really excited about. Like, it's kind of a big deal. It's cool. It's very cool. So if you didn't see it, that's the deal. And so I was thinking this morning about all the accomplishments Trigger Devils has gone through and experienced basically since we got this. We got this clip-on version. And, oh, some like crusty stuff on my controller. That's gross. You know, with these Trigger Devils, I think we first launched them, or we first maybe got them to test. I think it was back in August of 2016. Yeah. And so it really wasn't that long ago. It's January 2017 now, so that's, you know, like maybe 5 months. And it's not just even like some things have changed for Trigger Devils. It's like everything has changed. Everything. And seeing the tweet from Drifter was just kind of another sign of just how much has actually changed. I mean, think of it. The patent got issued. We obviously launched an incredible product from what was a basement operation at that time. And we have since been to COD XP. We've managed to grow the business. Even while I was working full time, we grew the business a lot. I don't know how to exactly explain it, but been a lot of strides that we've made from like a networking perspective. We know a lot more people now. They know who we are now, and that's really nice, and it really helps solidify us as the people. I really feel like Trigger Devils has become and stepped into the company, the brand that does trigger stops. Like, people know us now because of all the work we've done, and they know that's what we do. We do trigger stops. We do it better than better than everyone and anyone else. That's an accomplishment right there. Plus, not to mention, our sales have grown very substantially since August. And, you know, tip my hat to the team who has been able to keep up with all of that demand. We had a product that we knew was super valuable for gamers, and it's catching on like wildfire as each person tries it and realizes how valuable it actually is. And then they just pass it on to the next person, and it kind of just snowballs, you know? That's an accomplishment that we can say that we were able to make that happen. We've learned a ton. We've got published in newspapers since August. We've gotten published in a magazine since August. It's just like we moved to a commercial office space downstairs. I don't know. And now YouTubers are really starting to pay attention to us, which obviously we signed Exclusive Ace. We did a partnership with him in December, and then obviously I'm talking to Drifter because you guys can pretty much deduce that. So, shout out, watches this, by the way. shout out to Drifter. Actually, if you watched the video, shout out to you, man. It was nice talking to you. We've actually kind of become somewhat of friends over the past couple of years. Like, all right, let me back up and tell you the kind of the Drifter story. I didn't want to like name drop Drifter at all, too much because I don't know. Because I just want to be kind of considerate of that, so I didn't do it. But now that he's kind of exposed Trigger Devils to his fans a little bit, I feel more comfortable talking about him. How the Drifter thing came along. If you guys don't know who Drifter is, he is like a top 3 Call of Duty YouTuber. He's been in the game for a long time. And I've been watching his videos. I've been an actual fan of him and his videos, I'd say at least 5 or 6 years. So the fact that, he's kind of publicly acknowledged Trigger Devils now is pretty significant. So the way that came about is way back in 2015, 2 years ago, PAX East, which, by the way, PAX East is coming up, and we are pumped for PAX East this year. We are exhibiting again this year, and it's just kind of weird to see everything come full circle. So 2 years ago, almost exactly to the dot, I was at PAX East as a visitor, backpack full of Trigger Devils, trying to sell them out of my backpack. And I did sell a bunch of them. And so I was extremely early stage Trigger Devils, extremely early. And I knew Drifter had a fan meetup outside the venue, and it was part of my schedule I had formed. Was like I was going to be doing certain things on certain days and trying to meet some people. And so I went to his fan meetup, and it was kind of mayhem. Like, there was a lot of people there. Obviously, he's a popular guy. I remember like kind of fighting to the front to get my 2 seconds to talk to him, and I was pretty chill about it. I do remember I was starstruck back then. Like, I was new to all this. Like, I hadn't talked to any YouTubers. I wasn't even commenting on their videos or anything. I had no interactions with any of the YouTubers I was a fan of. So at that moment, I was like, oh my God, this is a real person in front of me, and not just this person that I've probably watched thousands of hours of videos of that person. So I saw him, and I was like, oh, like, hi, my name's T. I have these trigger stops. They're called Trigger Devils. I made them. I just want to give them to you. I don't like to walk up and ask for stuff. I said, I'd like to give these to you. And he was like, okay. And that was really kind of it. And I said, I've been a fan of yours for a long time, and I kind of, talked about some of the videos that I had watched that I thought, had a bigger impact on my gameplay. Like, if you don't understand the mechanics of sniping in Call of Duty, you have to. Even though this video is probably like 2 or 3 years old, I think it's actually in Black Ops 2. It was a Black Ops 2 video, but the mechanics of sniping are very specific, and I learned them through his videos. So that's like an example, like as far as how the cone closes when you stop moving, that sort of stuff. I indicated I was a real fan, and like I was doing this thing called Trigger Devils, and that was really the extent of it. That was so early, I didn't even know how to sell the thing, and it was the handmade version. It's not so great. So fast forward about 10 months from there, I continuously banged against the Trigger Devil drum, trying to grow the business. This is, again, 2015, super early. And along comes Ryan. You guys know Ryan. I got some local publicity, and Ryan emails me off of that, like, hey, I'm in Rochester, like, what's up? I want to help. And then basically we met up and instantly became friends. Ryan was like, we got to hit the trade shows. We got to hit PAX. We got to like be there. And he's like, it's January 2015 now. He's like, PAX East or PAX South is in a few weeks. Why don't we go? And I was like, really? Like, wow. Like, you think we should go do that? And he's like, yeah, let's go. So I booked it. I booked a booth, and we flew down to PAX South. That was just about exactly 1 year ago, which is crazy. It blows my mind to think that was only a year ago. all the stuff that's changed. Holy crap. That was exactly 1 year ago to this month. We do extremely well at the trade show. Our booth was full all weekend. And I think it was very obvious at that point. I think that was one of the turning points for me where I got to see the effect of the brand and the effect of the product in people's hands, and just the sheer volume of people at our booth, and like we sold like crazy. More sales than we had ever seen ever for Trigger Devils that weekend. And I really felt like, okay, we're definitely onto something. We are definitely onto something. But guess who was also there? Drifter was there. He was with Astro, I think. He was doing some live streaming. And if you look way back, you might even be able to find a tweet that was a saved Snapchat of me snapping myself with him. And we talked a little bit, and I think that was maybe the first time that he thought of me as maybe more of a serious company owner, I guess, or startup owner. He saw me in a short period go from selling them out of my backpack, probably extremely nervously, to having a booth at a PAX. Like it's not nothing. And our booth was packed. It was full. So I think that was maybe the first time. This has been like a long relationship, really. And so all of this while, I've not really mentioned that I know I almost said this. I don't know if he likes to put his real name out there, so that I know Drifter. I don't call him Drifter anymore. That's the problem. But anyway, I'll try to keep calling him Drifter. I think that was maybe the first time that he was like, oh, these guys are like potentially really trying. Keep in mind, these guys get contacted by like hundreds of companies, and tons of them are just not. They're just trying to ride the money train of YouTube influencers. They're not really necessarily gaming brands like ours, like dedicated gaming brands. So Drifter, I think, starts taking us maybe a little bit more seriously, and I have a conversation with him there. Everything was cool. I think I was still a little fanboying out a little bit, but it wasn't so bad. Still, the team made fun of me for it. Anyway, we go back. We still have the peel and stick version, so no matter what, we really can't command that much help from the big YouTubers. And I knew that, and I really never pushed much for it because it was kind of a homemade version, and yes, it got the job done. It did what it said it would do. I don't necessarily think it would have been right for a big YouTuber to take us on. Fast forward again 8 more months. It's August. My manufacturer sends me samples of these, and we had been working on this tool, the ability to make these for a long time. So it's kind of like finally got functional samples. And I put them on just like this, and I said, wow, that doesn't move far enough. That's not going to work. Guarantee that doesn't work. Turned on COD. Boom, they work. And I was like, I knew at that moment, like, we went from, I think we're onto something, to we have a winner. We have a hit product. How do we get this out there right now? Like, wow, that's what happened in August. And so, of course, since I know Drifter, I basically just texted him, was like, hey, look, we got this thing. Like, it's really, really good. I'm pretty sure you're going to like it. I'm sending them off to you. And lo and behold, I think it's 5 months after that, he's still using them. And, for Drifter, it's the same thing it is for me. I won't play without them. They're just part of my setup. I'm 100% drinking the Kool-Aid. I just think that they're one of the best gaming products you can buy right now, especially under $20, especially then. And so I had a conversation with Drifter recently, and we basically talked about how the stage that we're at now is really, it's come a long way. And he gave us a shout out on his Twitter, which was really cool. Like, it's nice to just see that, like, after so many years of like different people saying no to us, no to us, no to us, we're starting to really see some really big yeses from the YouTube space. And that's just exciting. I want that. I want that for the brand. And I think that being able to convince someone like Drifter that we're relevant, that we're doing the job well. If you guys don't watch Drifter, he's kind of tough on brands. You know what I mean? Like, he does not sugarcoat stuff. And what is my cat doing? He got into a room he's not supposed to be in, the pantry. You're bad. You're a bad cat. So, anyway, I think we're going to see more YouTubers coming on board now that Trigger Devils really has been legitimized as a gaming brand and as just a dope product. Like, I am convinced we're going to be able to onboard the major Call of Duty YouTubers, hopefully some of the pro teams. I just don't see how that's not going to happen now. It's got to. So anyway, that's an accomplishment. That we've just had so many accomplishments. It's crazy. All right, let me get Kuno real quick. All right. So that's what today's video was all about. No video tomorrow, guys. I am traveling to, I'm leaving today at 4, or actually earlier than that, and I'm gonna be gone. I'm going basically to south of Boston to visit some friends, and I will be out until Friday afternoon, so I won't be able to upload tomorrow. So no video tomorrow. Have a good weekend, guys, and I will be back on Monday with some new vlogs. Coons, come say goodbye to everyone. Kuno. Say goodbye to the camera right here. There you go. Oh, you're going for the microphone as usual. All right. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. T. Antonio out.